Hi and welcome to MTB Cooking. Today we share a video of an Osso Buco filling for either tortilla pancakes or as a sauce that you can eat with rice, for instance. But let's get started first by showing you we have a big can of tomatoes here. So they are chopped and they are in their juice. In a big pan, in plenty of neutral oil, we are going to brown off some Osso Buco pieces. So this is veal. We salt and pepper the pieces and brown them off well on both sides. We do this in batches because we're overcrowding the pan if adding too much meat at a time. Once the Osso Buco is done, use the same pan to fry some onions. These have been chopped in a small blender because we're making quite a big portion, and we really find that using a blender for cutting the vegetables is really smart. So brown off the onions until they are a little bit brown and sweet. Then chopped carrots can be added to the pan with a little bit more oil, along with some freshly chopped garlic, which is going to give a lot of taste to this dish. Because we're obviously now making a sauce that can accompany the Osso Buco in the oven, so it's gonna really make the meat go tender. We added tomato concentrate or puree, and here we are then adding in the tomatoes from the can, so the chopped tomatoes. In a pan on the side, we're just gonna fry off or heat up some spices. So it's oregano, it's some chili powder, cumin powder, and it's all gonna just go a little bit, and it's all gonna just release some perfumes here on the pan. We also add some fluids to the pan here to just be able to easily add them also to the big pot with the sauce. So now we have something here that's gonna start tasting great, and that can now be added to the form here that's gonna go in the oven. We had the meat, the onions, and now the sauce on top. Just cover with aluminum foil and give it 4 hours in an oven at 150 degrees Celsius, so 390 degrees Fahrenheit. What you see here are beans. They have been soaking for around 12 hours in the fridge in water. Then we've gotten rid of the water, and we are then going to cook the beans in plenty of water and salt, in plenty of water in a big pot here. And it's very important to let the beans cook until they are completely tender. So that means that you can really bite into it and feel like it's completely cooked through. So after the 4 hours in the oven, here we have our Osso Buco and the sauce. You can probably imagine that only good things are hiding down in that form here. We are just adding the sauce to the beans, so not the meat. The meat we are going to just pull a bit apart before adding it. Here are our beautiful pieces of Osso Buco that are now completely tender, so they've really been searing in that sauce. And with a couple of forks, it's very easy to pull apart the meat to really make it into pulled Osso Buco here. And as you can see, it's so tender, it's falling apart. What we will then do is add the meat pieces to the sauce so that it's nicely distributed all over. And then we will also add the bone marrow. So that's a bit of a taste question whether you like marrow, bone marrow or not. And we would also like to ask you, if you like bone marrow, would you add it to your sauce? We find that it gives actually consistency and a lot of taste to the dish. So here we have the sauce as it is nice and final. Of course, it's possible to just taste it with salt and pepper to be sure that it tastes exactly the way it should. And then what we want to show you is first how we can serve it with rice on the side. So cooked rice and the beautiful sauce. and then some chopped chili peppers. And we actually added these chili peppers because we didn't add too much to our dish since it was going to be served to a child. But obviously you could add more chili powder to the sauce. And we have linked, shown the ingredients below the video for you to see the normal version with plenty of spice. Next up is another type of serving. So we just want to make a mayonnaise sauce with mayonnaise, with creme fraiche or sour cream, and then with a hot sauce, a little bit like a Tabasco sauce. In this case it is with the chipotle, but just some kind of spicy sauce goes very well in this mayonnaise sauce. And so here we have our filling, which we now want to serve in a warm tortilla pancake. We want to add some fresh vegetables, so in this case some cabbage, some marinated jalapenos. For a bit of crunch we added some tortilla chips. Here we have some marinated red onions. We have guacamole, the mayonnaise sauce, and then fresh cilantro. Then roll up the tortilla pancake and enjoy the way it is. This is also a great way to enjoy the beautiful Osso Buco filling. Thanks a lot for having watched this video with us here on MTB Cooking. We hope you liked the video, that you want to give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon in yet another video. Bye!